month for 5 years. That's just crazy. I'm not sure I've had 60 signups in my life. That's not true, but I do know that I have not averaged 60 signups in any given month, except maybe when I was doing a launch month or something like that. So Ashley, would love for you to take yourself off. We're going to have a little chit chat today, and we're just going to pretend that nobody else is listening. Just you and I are going to have a little chit chat and pretend like there's no other listeners today. Ashley, tell us who you are and where you're from, and maybe a little bit about your background before network marketing.
Hi, you guys. Thank you for jumping on. I'm so nervous. I got the shakes. I've trained for my team, but I've never done anything like this before. So, I'm 34. I'm a mom. I have 2 children and 2 bonus children. I'm married from a small town in North Carolina that has no stop sign. No stoplight. So, anybody that says they can't do a business because they are from a small town, you're not from a small town, because I'm in the middle of nowhere. I started back in 2015. I met somebody online through an online ad, and just like you all probably run, and I had no clue who she was. I was scared to buy. I was like, oh, what if she takes my money? And I just wanted to lose weight. I had hypothyroidism from giving birth to my first child, and I was desperate because I was always fit until then. And so fast forward, I was into school. I worked for North Carolina State, East Carolina School of Dental Medicine. I was doing dentistry, and in January 2017, I left the corporate world and went full time, even though I was scared to death from leaving that state job that was putting like 21% in my retirement fund. I had full medical, dental, everything. I was terrified. My mom thought I was crazy. My husband supported me though, and he was like, do it. And so I just went all in, and I'm blessed more than I ever imagined. It's so much more than what I ever thought. I was like, I never imagined I could make this much money working from home.
Awesome. So I love it because this business is the ultimate freedom business. Stay at home, work from home, make a full-time income if you choose, part-time income. I think any income from a home-based business is a total success. I love that you're a mom, so you're obviously busy. What are the ages of your kids?
I have a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old, and one of my bonus daughters, she lives here with us as well, and she's going to turn 19.
Okay, so there's a bit of a spread there. 3, 8, and 19. Piece of cake, right? Like just be a mom, take care of all these kids, and run a business from home.
It's a little hard because my daughter, was in speech therapy, so I had to drive a round trip of like an hour to take her twice a week, and she's needs a little bit more than the average child, and so, but I rolled with it.
That's awesome. Fantastic. So you got into the space, you're in a small town, so you just talked to friends and family in your neighborhood, and it just exploded for you, and you made millions of dollars just talking to the people in your small town, right? You never talked to anybody outside of your town.
Some people call me crazy, but I've never sold to my family unless they came to me. Never once have I sold to a family member unless they messaged me first. When I first started, I was trained on running ads in yard sale groups, and that's how I started. And back then, it was insane. I remember I was a mom going negative $50 every month, and I bought my first home, and I was just like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? And when I saw that they were making money, I jumped on. I'll never forget. It was July 15th, and in my first 2 weeks, I made $1,500. And for a single mom struggling, that's like life-changing. I was like, holy crap. And it just became addicting. It was like an addiction.
So you say you ran ads in buy-sell groups?
Yep.
Okay, well, tell us a little bit about that. How does that work?
So when you go into, before it used to be a lot easier because, there's a lot of people doing it now, but back then, we could just, talk about a product that you would lose all this weight when you took it, and people would just go crazy about it. Whereas now, we got to be a little bit more creative and give more value than what you used to do.
Okay, well, what are you doing today that is working well for you now, as opposed to, I know it's changed over the years, but what is it that you're doing that gets people's attention and draws people to you?
So I'm really big on attraction marketing. I'd never cold message anybody. I believe that you attract those that are like minded, but you attract those, your people. You know, you have to, you put yourself out there a little bit, and it's scary, just like doing this live that I'm doing now. It's scary. But I found, just going live, what the easiest part was going live cooking something, because you don't have to be on the screen. You can have the screen put to your food and just start cooking, and share those videos out to groups, so you're adding value to other people, teaching them something. Then I talk about a group that I have that I offer support in. I offer, recipes. I offer workouts. Before my surgery, I was doing like live workouts in my group. So that way they could see my face and they could see that I was doing it with them, type thing. So I haven't been able to do that in our new group, but I look forward to starting that soon. So once I'm healed completely.
So, no, I love that. You talked about adding value, and when you talk about groups, I mean, for those that don't know, explain what you mean by a group, because almost everybody here, or probably everybody here, belongs to different groups. What groups are you talking about?
Are you talking about the groups that I add to, or my group specifically?
Yeah, so if you go into an if you go into like a buy sell group and you say, hey, I'm losing a ton of weight and getting in shape, and somebody says, how? Oh, well, join this group. We provide all this value. Talk about what that group looks like.
So, our group specifically, I'm going to say this. I will say it takes a lot of work to run a group.
Okay.
And having one group for your team versus multiple groups is the best thing ever. You can bleed out just simply by having multiple groups, and then, you know, not getting turnover. Whereas if you and your whole team are in one group working together towards one goal with one vision, you're going to have all these testimonies from people, actual people, versus having to share so many testimonies. Then you're going to see a higher turnover. But we share testimonies, we share them in the form of screenshots and tag the actual person that who lost the weight or went through the journey. So we try to share testimonies of people that are in the group before we share other testimonies. That way, if somebody has questions, that person can answer any questions, or, we can answer them for them, but they see that that's an actual person, not just some random picture that we got offline.
Okay, so you've got a group. It's an ad tag message. We'll come back to that in a second. Group, and it's not just you, right? So there's more than just you adding value to the group. So there's several administrators in that group, I'm assuming.
Yep. We have
And
lots of administrators and moderators.
okay, and those people are adding value each day. And so you were talking about adding like fitness, like what you're doing to stay in shape, recipes, training, etc. Do people take turns with that, or people assigned different? Talk about that a little bit.
So everybody is on a different level. We're not all, ready to jump on live and just share like I do, because I do live videos on my Facebook and then I share them here and there and everywhere. And I try to do like one live a day on business, one live a day on health. That way I'm targeting people where they are. So you have to kind of love people where they are, find out where they are, find out their comfort zone, but then also your coaches kind of like love them. Like, it becomes addicting, because I've had a few girls that are so new, and then one that isn't, but she's never done live, seen me go live so much, she's like, I want to do this. That looks fun, So then they push themselves and they do like little lives. It may not be anywhere as long as mine, but they're still getting out of their comfort zone. So you got to find out like where your coach's comfort zone are, and then like entice them to go a little bit further, a little bit more. Because, like, you know the ones that you can push, and then you know the ones that are like, no, I'm not doing it. Oh, there we go. I was like,
Yeah, I just need to meet somebody there. Okay, so you said you use buy-sell groups. You run ads. You create curiosity. You find people that are interested. You invite them to the group. Are there other things, other sources that you're using to draw people from besides buy-sell groups? Are there other places you're going to meet people online?
I do use Instagram. I have TikTok, and then I actually started a YouTube channel as well where I upload all of my trainings on there. And I had a podcast, and I got to get back to sharing my. It's like so much to do. I'm like on all these platforms. Like right now, I'm on the Zoom, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on the Facebook group, like our Facebook group. So I try to go live in multiple places to kill two birds with one stone, because where you're seen most is whoever someone sees the most, that's who they're going to buy from, because you're at the forefront of their brain. So
Okay.
the biggest thing is like staying in front of people on their mind.
Okay. So you're using Instagram, you're using TikTok, you're using podcast or YouTube, all of these as a funnel. So you can find people that are attracted to your content, attracted to your message, people that say, hey, wow, I want to learn more. That sounds interesting. Then you invite them to this group where there's a ton of value add, right? There's before and afters, there's testimonials, there's recipes,
Yeah.
fitness tips, trainers, etc. Right? So now they're getting value in that group. Now talk about that. We talked about it the other day. You were saying how many people you're sponsoring. I was like, holy cow, I got to learn from this lady. I said, can you teach us how you add tag message? And you said, I don't add tag message. So tell me a little bit about that, because
Yes.
ATM changed the way I do network marketing, and I'm doing it wrong. So tell me how we do it right.
Well, there's no wrong way. You have to find what works for you. But I'm one of those people that I take something and my mind like breaks it down, and my mind just works different. Maybe that's somebody with anxiety. We just break things down into a million ways, but I personally do, instead of ATM, and I don't say this to confuse anybody, but I do a little bit different. Mine is called AMT. So what I do is I'll invite somebody to the group first, and then I message them this little blurb, and it gives the group link once I know that I've invited them, so that way they're linked to me. But if your group is secret, they can't join the group anyways unless you've sent the invite. So I will invite somebody, I'll send them the message, I'll tell them that I invited them, I'll give them the group link, and I'll tell them, if you want into the group, just click the accept button, or if it's not for you, just click the decline button. It's totally up to you. And then once I get the notification in my Facebook, if for instance, saying, Amy accepted your invite to the group, then I will go in and tag them in our welcome post. And we made a welcome post that is not selling anybody anything. It's simply saying, learn us, a little about us. And it just breaks down, welcome to the group. This is a no pressure group. You're not, forced to purchase anything. We're here to add value to you and love on you wherever you are in your goal, because no right now doesn't mean no forever. Somebody could have a baby and gain weight in a year and they be ready a year from now. I have people from 6 years ago that are now reaching out to me because they went through something in their life and now they're ready to purchase. So don't count somebody out just because they say no right now. So make sure that you have something that you can tag them in and explain who you as your group are.
Okay, so now they're in the group. At what point do you start to connect with them about either product or business? Do you wait for them to come to you, or do you reach out to them?
So what happens is I get to know the people that I invite and find out, like, things that are going on with them, like if they have high blood pressure or high cholesterol or something like that, you can easily send them the link to that post and be like, I seen this post someone shared and I really felt like it resonated with you. Check out this post, you know? Or I hate to really tag people in a lot of stuff because it gets lost in their notifications. You know, they'll miss it. That's why it's so important to invite someone and then message them, because their notifications can be all jumbled up and they may be at work and they miss your whole invite, and then you're like, they didn't accept my invite, when in actuality they just didn't see it. But if you get in the DM, business goes down in the DM, just like you see other stuff go down. Business happens in the DM. That's where the sale happens, you know.
And so you DM them, you're going to say what in that message?
So say someone has hypothyroidism, and because that's something I battle, so I think about it. Say they have something like that, I would simply just send them a message and say, hey Amber, I saw this testimony this girl shared, and I know that you explained to me that you struggle with hypothyroidism, and I do as well. But if you don't, you can't say that, of course. And I say I do as well. And I just really thought about you. It was on my heart, and so I thought I should send this to you, and maybe it can help you in some form.
Okay. And then they reach back and say, yeah, I do. I need, what is it that you're doing to improve or to fix that? And what would you say to that?
So I tell them, I'm like, we have multiple programs available based on your specific needs. Can you tell me what kind of diet or workout program you currently follow? That allows me to find out where they are. Like, are they a couch potato? So I have to go a little bit slower with them. Are they somebody that works out? Are they somebody that's already low carb? You know, they're easier when they're already, the wheel is already going. But, you know, some people, they're nowhere. So you kind of got to figure out where they are. And I find I try to converse back and forth more. So I try to listen, because I have 2 ears. I try to listen more than I talk.
Okay. So I'm telling you, I need some help. I'm overweight. I need some, my metabolism's slow. Tell me more about what you have to offer.
So we offer a 3-capsule system, and it's very simple. It's 1 in the morning, it's 2 before bed. And what it does is it offers energy, appetite suppression, detox cleanse, prebiotic, probiotic, sleep aid, nootropics, or mood enhancement, and 4.5 servings of your fruits and veggies. And I know that sounds like a lot, but it's important that you break it down like that, because when you sling the $99 price at them, they're going to be like, oh wow, you get all that for $99? Whereas, you know, you in other companies, you gotta spend like $170 for all that, you know. So they're more apt to purchase when you break down what all you offer. Like, I'm a person, like, I did a training in our group, like I literally went through every single ingredient of every product we offer and found out what that ingredient offered for them, so that way if I have someone that has a particular issue, I can give them, say, this product is best for that. Or like I did a live on my page the other day, and it says, you know, this product offers all these benefits, and somebody was like, oh my god, you told me that in your video. I heard high cholesterol, it helps with it. What is it? I need it. You know.
That's awesome. So how much time a day do you put into this? And do you have that mapped out? Like, you know, hey, I work between these hours. Talk about your day, your time management a little bit.
I don't follow a specific schedule. I do have a DMO that I created, that I do try to ensure that I get it all done. But of course, with having kids, and then I do normally go to the gym for an hour to 2 hours a day, and it's a 25-minute trip there because I'm in the middle of nowhere. And then just, you know, sometimes I want to take the kids to the park. Some days I want to get out. So it's not a matter of designating a certain time. I just try to ensure that I get that DMO done every day. You know, like if I'm on the toilet, I've got my phone in my hand messaging, and I'm probably going to be there a few minutes later than what I would if I didn't have my phone, you know? So I learned that though when I did dentistry, because when I did that, I couldn't work in somebody's mouth and be on my phone, you know? So in between patients, I was
And
checking
be
my
on the
phone.
toilet. You couldn't do dentistry from the toilet.
Exactly. But when I went to the bathroom, I'd spend a few more seconds there than what I typically would and respond. And then I'd
Yeah.
run out, you know, or my lunch breaks or my breaks, or before work, I'd leave a few minutes early, sit in the car for a few minutes. Or when I got off, I'd go sit in the car for a few minutes and work and then leave, you know,
Yeah.
because it's really
So
about
you've got a
fitting
goal,
it.
you've got a to-do list, and then you just figure it out. You make the
Mm-hmm.
time, you squeeze it in around the kids, around the life, around the travel, around the gym, and all the other things that you got to do in a day. Um, what's your goal? I mean, how many people are you trying to sign up each day?
Well, my first month I signed 120, and I was busy. I was really busy. I was pushing it. But my goal was, because I left my other company, I was like, I need to replace my income.
Yeah.
My husband's in school. My husband served in the military, and then he started doing HVAC, but we just didn't like that field, and so we were like, hey, let's go back to school, get your CDL, that way we bought a truck for our truck to start a trucking company. So my income is supporting our whole family so right now. So it was like, i I want to make this jump, so I gotta put in more work right now to launch it, you know. um so it's I put in a lot of work, but you have to put in a lot of work in the front end, so like we can live a little easier on the back end, you know.
Got to pay the price. You got to put your time in. So if you're going to sign up two, three, maybe four people today, that's because you put a lot of people in the funnel, and then you followed up with them, and then you created a little bit of a relationship with them, and then you go to solve those problems for them so that they can, buy the products that solve the problems that attracted them to you in the first place. How many people, if you're going to sign up two people today, how many people did you add message tag? How many people did you add to the group to get your two signups? I know
Probably
it varies. Just give me
it
an
varies,
estimate.
probably 30 to 50. It
So
just
you're adding 30 to 50 people to the group to get two yeses.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's I mean, because
So
it
people, if
really
you're
depends
thinking,
on where
oh my
everybody
goodness, she
is.
signs up everybody and she signs up hundreds of people. She does not sign up everybody. What she does is she adds hundreds of people to the group, and from those hundreds of people, she's getting her signups on a weekly
I
basis.
think my big thing though is I marry the process and I divorce the results. That's like a huge thing that it took me a while to get past, because I used to be like, oh my God, she asked for information like 100 times and she did not buy. Like I used to spend so much time like upset why somebody didn't commit. Whereas right now I'm like, okay, no worries. I hope you have an awesome day. Just let me know. I'm always here for you, and I keep it pushing. Like I don't spend my time. I learned that I waste so much time when on the wrong person, when the right person will be ready to jump on board.
Yeah, and so I saw a cartoon once. It was a lady on a airplane, so a flight attendant was going down the aisle asking people if they wanted coffee, and somebody said no to her coffee, so she jumps off the plane. Like, who cares if they say yes or no to your coffee? And that's essentially, what we're asking people is, hey, do you want an energy pill, a sleep pill, a gut health pill, something that will help you lose weight while you sleep? No, they're not saying no to you. It's not that they don't like you. It's not that they're saying no, they don't want your product, but yet we tend to internalize that or take offense to that. And
Mm-hmm.
I love how you said that. Divorce the process,
Marry the
embrace the, I
process.
can't,
Marry the process.
what?
Marry the process. Divorce the results.
There you go. Marry the process, divorce the results. Do the process, provide the content, provide the education, and then give them the opportunity
Because
to
that's
say
all
yes
our
or no.
job. All our job is to present. That's all our job is. And if they want it, they want it. If they don't, they don't. And they just might not want what you have to offer right now. Just like this new tea we have coming out. I've had so many people message me, and they're like, "What the heck? I love tea," you know. And but they didn't want the supplement that I had to offer. So it's like, somebody will want what you have to offer. They just might not want that specific thing.
All right, Bonnie asks, so how often do you follow up with those that say no?
Honestly, well, right now I'm so busy, I don't. But if you're spending time, I think we get so stuck with follow up being, I'm sending them a message saying, hey, how are you? You know, have you changed your mind? Were you still interested? Whereas simply you going live and teaching somebody something is an indirect follow up. Following up doesn't have to be necessarily sending somebody a message.
I know you didn't want to buy last week, but you want to buy this week. No, what you're saying is, hey, I provide value through a live where I did education on our new product. I provide value through content where people are saying, wow, I get a lot if I work with Ashley. I get a lot more than just 3 pills or a keto product. I get a coach, I get a friend, I get a mentor, somebody can help me through the process, which is your form of follow-up, which is providing the content.
Yep,
That's
exactly.
awesome.
So when I have somebody, um, for instance, I'll tell you a little blip. I had somebody that was with another company that I used to be with, and they were interested in coming over here. But they wanted to change and be with me because I work so hard and I provide so much value and teach so much. They were like, I want to, people want to join people that know what they're doing. They want to join people that are, like, I got this. Like, let me help you. They don't want to join a coach that goes in the witness protection program and never has anything to do with them. And I will say, like, I loved my last upline as a person, but for me to be signing up, 60 to some months I'd sign 80 people, she wouldn't answer the phone when I called her, and you don't want to be under somebody like that. It's hard and it makes your job harder. Like, and that was kind of part of why I left as well, is because I wanted to join somebody that wanted this as much as I did, like that was passionate about it.
Fantastic. So what is your goal? Where would you like to be with this 12 months from now? Yeah, where do you see your business?
I'm not gonna say like I want to be this diamond or that diamond. It's like I want to have a culture of women that love what they do and like want to make a difference and that want to show up and want to like crush life together, and travel and have fun and at the same time. Because my last business wasn't fun, so I want it to be fun.
Fantastic. I love that. I love that you want to surround yourself with a tribe of like-minded people that want to have fun, that want to work together, that want to travel together, that want to support each other. And I really appreciate you reaching out to me. And that's exactly what happened. She direct messaged me, said, hey, this is some of the things that I've been doing, some of the successes I've been having. What could I do for you? And I'm like, help us, teach us, train us, support us. So we really appreciate you taking time on this Saturday to educate us on what you've been doing to just sign up masses of people. Keep crushing it.
Thank
And
you.
Ashley, we look forward to learning from you more. This has been streamed live into the Wolf Pack. So if your team was not live or paying attention today, please invite them to join the Wolf Pack and watch. And we will continue to learn from you, grow from you. Hopefully, we can get you to Orlando for the event there in Orlando, where we can meet in person and
I know
learn
I
more.
missed you in Cancun. I was so excited. I was like, oh man, I missed him.
Things happen, but
Yeah.
I look forward to meeting you all in Orlando. Bring your people, bring your team, but bring yourself. Ashley,